Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Melamed Shlita. Here we are on Yom Shilishi Pa'amayim Kitov, and we are at our penultimate seif in the Sefer, which means that tomorrow we will conclude the Sefer. We'll have a siyum of some sort, I'm sure. Maybe we'll have some sort of a celebration. I'm not sure, but we will move on to our next limud, which is going to be the study of the fast days, 3 weeks, Tisha B'Av, etc. But we ask you to please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvah Haganah Yisrael, for Shleim L'Chol P'tzoi Yisrael, safety of our brothers and sisters in Israel. And we learn each day Le'ili Nishmat Seren Daniel Shimon ben Harav Duron L'Shel Shem Kam Damo. So next we're going to continue with Bracha of Hamapil. There were those who were afraid to make the Bracha of Hamapil because the Mapil was said before sleep, and what if a person doesn't fall asleep, and maybe it's a Bracha Levatala. But the fact that Chazal instituted this blessing, that it should even be recited, indicates that they were not worried about this. So what's the reason? Because this is a bracha of thanks and praise to Hashem for sleep. And even one who is not able to fall asleep, so giving thanks for the notion or the concept or the beauty of sleep is not in vain. However, ideally Chazal instituted that one should say this bracha for one who is intending to go to sleep. Let's say someone who has no intention of going to sleep, you want to stay up all night, then you don't say Hamapil. So imagine, let's say Shavuos night, you're going to stay up all night, you wouldn't make the Bracha of Hamapil. And we don't say the Bracha of Hamapil if one sleeps during the daytime. Some say that if you're going to go to sleep in the day, you should say the Vihinoam paragraph, that chapter. Also, if someone's taking a nap at nighttime, not going to sleep for the night, but just going to take a nap, you don't say the Bracha of Hamapil. But what's considered a nap versus going to sleep? So we say if it's more than a half an hour, then that's already considered Shenas Keva, and one should make the Bracha. Let's say somebody went to sleep, went to bed, he made the Bracha of Hamapil, and then he got up, did some things, some business, and whatever it might be, and then he went back to sleep. You don't make the Bracha of Hamapil again. Because the Bracha should only be recited once a night. Let's say a person fell asleep and he didn't say Hamapil. And he got up in the middle of the night, and he wants to have every intention to go back to sleep, so then so then he should say the Bracha of Hamapil before he goes to sleep the second time. If he does not want to get up, so then one doesn't want to get up and wash his hands, or he could just wipe his hands together on the sheet or whatever it might be, and then he can make the bracha, so his hands are clean. Some learn based on the Arizal that Hamapil is only recited according to the Arizal only if you're going to sleep before midnight. However, if you're going to sleep much, much later, 2 o'clock in the morning, let's say, then you would make the bracha. Maybe many Sephardim follow this custom. If they go to sleep very late after halachic midnight, then they'll say the bracha of Hamapil, but just without Hashem's name. However, Ashkenazim and some Sephardim, that anytime you go to sleep and it's nighttime, it's before daybreak, then certainly you would make the bracha of Hamapil. And that puts us to a conclusion for today's lesson. Again, just reminding you that tomorrow will be the last one in the Sefer. Really very exciting, just thinking about spending over 230 chapters, 230 seifim, the entirety of Sefer Tefillah May Halacha. It's really a great accomplishment, and I thank you for joining us. But please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvah Haganah Yisrael, for Shleim L'Chol P'tzoi Yisrael, safety of brothers and sisters in Israel. Nishmat Daniel Shimon ben Harav Duron L'Shel Shem Kam. Again, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you here next time. Have a wonderful day.